Welcome friends. Let us see this question. In this question it says there is a special spring that is constructed in which the restoring force, right, whose restoring force is represented by this equation, right? So that is a special kind of spring whose restoring force F is equal to minus K times into x cube, where K is the spring constant, right? The spring is placed on a horizontal surface, right? The spring is placed on a horizontal surface, right? And the other end is corresponds to mass M. So this spring is attached with another mass having mass M, right? The mass is moved so that the spring is stretched a distance A, right? So let us suppose this is its natural position, right? This is stretched, right, to distance A. Let us suppose this is x is equal to 0 and this is your x is equal to A, right? This is your x is equal to A, and the other end this is this. Then released, and from this position it is released, right? So this is our starting position, right? And this is our starting position. Determine each of the following in terms of K, A and M. We have to find all answers in terms of K, A and M. So let us see what is the question. The question is the potential energy. We have to find potential energy in the spring at the instant the mass is released. It means we have to find the potential energy at this moment when it is released. See, generally we know the potential energy due to a spring is equal to half kx square, right? But this will be not applicable here. Why? Because our spring is not a ideal spring, right? It doesn't follow Hooke's law. It doesn't follow Hooke's law, because Hooke's law says the force, restoring force, should be proportional to negative of x, right? But here it is proportional to cube of the x, right? So this will be not applicable here. For this question, this will be not applicable. So how we can find this? Let us see. To find the potential energy, we have to think fundamentally, right? What is the potential energy? We know that the potential energy is the negative of the work done due to field force, right? It is the negative of the work done due to field force, right? What is the field force here? You may take field force as a spring force, right? Spring force is a field force here, right? So what will be the work done? We know the formula of work done is equal to force into displacement, right? But here our spring force is variable. Our spring force is variable. So to find the work done, we have to integrate it, right? To find the work done, we have to integrate it, right? Because the force is variable. If the force is variable, we have to integrate it. So let us see its solution. Finally, what we will do, please see a part. So potential energy will be negative of the work done due to spring force, right? So this will be F dot dx, right? Let us suppose dx is our small displacement. So let us put this. So u is equal to negative of x is equal to 0 to x is equal to a. What is the force? Force is minus k times x cube, right? This into dx. So if you will calculate this integration, you will find the potential energy will be K a raised to power 4 divided by 4, right? So this is the potential energy at the maximum displacement, right? Here we can also note that at the maximum displacement, right, at maximum displacement, we know the potential energy is maximum, right? We know potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is zero. Kinetic energy will be zero. So we can say the total energy will be, right? We can say the total energy will be equal to, right, potential energy at the maximum displacement, right? So indirectly we can find the total energy of this system. The total energy of this system will be this also, right? Let us say its next part. The next part is saying the maximum speed of the mass, right? When it will be released from here, what will be the maximum speed? See, it will go like in this direction, right? So slowly its potential energy, its stored potential energy, now starts to change in kinetic energy, and kinetic energy will be maximum here at the equilibrium position. Here kinetic energy will be maximum and potential energy will be zero, right? All potential energy stored at this maximum displacement will converted into kinetic energy and its potential energy will be zero, but total energy will be constant, right? But total energy will be constant because friction is not present, so total energy will be constant. So we can apply the conservation of energy here. Let us see in next slide. See, so for the second part, that is the B, we have to find the maximum speed of the mass. What we can do, we can say the maximum stored potential energy, that was 1/4 Ka raised to power 4 will be equal to what? Half mv max square, right? So when we will solve this 2 and 2 gets cancelled out, so this will be Ka raised to power 4 divided by 2 m square root is equal to v max, right? So this can be simplified as, you can write a square under root k upon 2m. So this is the maximum velocity, right, when it will be at equilibrium position, right? When it will be at equilibrium position or natural position. For this case, equilibrium position and natural position both are same, right? Let us see part C. The displacement of the mass at the point where the potential energy of the spring and kinetic energy of the mass are equal. See friends, we have to find at what displacement, right? At what displacement the kinetic energy and potential energy will be equal, right? The kinetic energy and potential energy will be equal, right? We can find it. See, we know the total energy is equal to basically kinetic energy plus potential energy, right? Total mechanical energy will be equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. According to question, this should be equal to, since both are equal, right? Since both are equal, we can write kinetic energy is equal to potential energy plus potential energy. So this will be equal to 2 into potential energy, right? See, so we can solve this. So we get total energy should be equal to 2 times of potential energy, right? Total energy is what? We have find it to total energy, that is the 1/4 Ka raised to power 4 should be equal to 2 times of potential energy. What will be the potential energy? Let us suppose the displacement is x, right? Let us suppose the displacement is x. Please see, let us suppose in general we have taken, let us suppose this displacement is x. We are talking about at any intermediate position, right? Let us suppose the displacement is x at which the potential energy and kinetic energy will be gets equal. So we have to take this displacement x, right? So this will be 1 by 4 k x raised to power 4, right? This is the formula of potential energy. We have find it in first part. See, just like here it is written A because it was the maximum potential energy. But if we want to write for in general case, so we have written here a general displacement, right? So when we will solve this 1 by 4 will get cancelled out. This k and k gets cancelled out. So you are getting a raised to power 4 divided by 2 is equal to x raised to power 4. So from here we can solve it. This will be a square upon 2 raised to power 1 by 4. So this is the answer of part C, correct? Let us see part D, right? The amplitude of the oscillation is now increased, right? We have increased the oscillations amplitude, right? State whether the period of oscillation increase, decrease or remains the same. See friends, in general we know the time period is equal to t is equal to 2 pi under root m by k, right? And in general this time period is independent of amplitude. Generally this is independent of, as you can see, this is independent of amplitude. There is no term of amplitude, right? But in question it is asked what will be its time period when we increase its amplitude. It means there is a relation between amplitude and time period, right? So as you see, this is not a case of simple harmonic motion, right? This is not a case of simple harmonic motion. Why? For simple harmonic motion, we know for simple harmonic motion your acceleration should be proportional to negative of x, right? This is the basic and fundamental condition for to be a SHM, right? But here as we see, this force is equal to minus k times of x cube. If you write force is equal to mass into acceleration is equal to minus k times x cube, right? So you will get acceleration is equal to minus k upon m, right? This times of x cube. So here as you can see, our acceleration is proportional to negative of x cube, right? This is not proportional to negative of x. For to be SHM it should be minus of x, right? But here it is minus of x cube. It is proportional to minus of x cube. So basically here acceleration is changing fast. Acceleration is changing fast, right? Here acceleration is high, here acceleration is more. See, here acceleration is proportional to minus of x, right? Here acceleration is proportional to cube of x. So for a little variation in x, acceleration will be more vary here, right? So acceleration is changing fast. If acceleration is changing fast, so velocity is changing fast. So velocity is changing fast. If velocity will change fast, right, then it will cover the distance of oscillation very soon. If your velocity is fast, if it is fastly increasing, fastly decreasing, then its time period will be decreased. Then its time period will be decreased, right? Then its time period will be decreased. So its answer should be the time period will decrease. I hope you understood this question very well. Thanks for watching.